Hi, I'm Michael with Urban Decors, here to talk to you about our brackets and bracket installations. Some of the questions that we've had out there. This is our 1-inch bracket stainless steel finish collections. This is our standard bracket, 3.5 to the center, adjustable to 4.5 to the center. Standard bracket. This is one of our new collections. This is 2.5 inches to the center. This is one of our standard 3-inch to the center. Smaller wall plate. These are our larger wall plates, 3.5 to the center. This is a 5.5 rod to the center with a large wall plate. This is our 8-inch to the center, large wall plate, all for our 1-inch stainless steel finish rods. So let's talk about some of the brackets and the difference in between the brackets and their mounting purposes. So let's talk about some of the mounting purposes for these brackets. On our standard wall mount bracket, which would be great for open drywall or any hard surface installation, as in a stud or concrete or brick. Okay, the difference between our first bracket here, our standard bracket, and one of our new design brackets is this is primarily, the bracket mount here is primarily for a hard surface, which would be either studded or concrete or brick surface. And the reason is because of the mounting type. You're really only going to have the ability to mount one of your hardware attachments to the wall in that. This would be great for light fabrics, nothing super heavy. Now the difference we have in these two brackets here is this is a 3-inch, this is a 3.5 inch to center. And if you look at the wall plate mount, they're two different sizes. And the reason they're two different sizes, once again, the smaller one here is going to be a great application for studs or concrete or brick, hard surfaces. You can use it in drywall if you're using lightweight fabrics by getting one good solid anchor in there. Then our larger plates, if you have a drywall only application, no studs or anything, where you're mounting directly in the drywall, we would recommend and suggest to use our larger plate surface. One of the reasons what makes this better than this for hollow wall straight into drywall is that the spread pattern between the mounting holes allows you to get greater anchor bolts that are specifically made for drywall, a better spread, and gives you a better bite and hold to the wall. Alright, what I want to show you is how these break down, come apart, and how they assemble back together. So we have a small set screw here. Put your Allen key, which comes in the kit, turn it counterclockwise. That slides off one piece. There's your cap. There's the bracket that gets mounted directly to the wall. The screw would actually go into the bracket like there, into your whatever your wall mount. One of the things, once this is mounted to the wall, cap goes back on. This gets flushed over that. Allen key goes back into the set screw. Turn it clockwise until it's tight. And that's how it mounts to the wall. One of the things you also need to remember is right here there's a screw on top. This screw is for locking down the 1-inch stainless steel rod. So when you put the rod, when it mounts, the rod mounts in here, you must lock down this cap, this screw. It keeps the rod from sliding forward or back or turning. That screw right there. Let's talk about the difference between our two brackets right here. They still have the large wall mount plate on the bottom. Okay, this is 5.5, this is 8 inches, and that's both to the center. What this allows you to do is that this gives you enough clearance when the shades are closing and opening, that if you had shutters, shades or blinds, that this will give you enough distance between so they're not interrupted in the opening or closing of the draperies. We also have the 8-inch one, depending on what style shades and shutters and blinds you have. These are also great in some of the industrial and commercial uses, but they give you a full clearance from the wall to the center of this would be 8 inches. So now that we've gone over our brackets and their mounting purposes, just remember in choosing your hardware, your brackets, what your wall application is, whether that would be a hollow drywall or into a hard surface. If you're going into a stud or brick or concrete, just remember that when choosing the different type of brackets. In all of our brackets, we send a generic pack that's great for hard mount surfaces, such as if it's going into a stud, concrete, or brick. And just remember, if you're not mounting into a hard surface, such as a stud, or going into concrete or brick, that means it's a hollow wall. You're mounting straight into the drywall only. When you're mounting straight into the drywall only, you'll have to go to one of your local hardware stores and pick up a drywall mount, which they could suggest to you at any one of the hardware stores what type of drywall mount you'd need. Just remember, take in consideration the weight of your fabric. If you have heavy fabric, you want to let them know you have a heavier fabric. They'll give you a heavier, dutier mount, specifically made for mounting with drywall. If you have any questions, you can call us at 318-9-DECORS with an S or 318-933-2677. Or you can also check us out on our website at www.urbandecorswithans.com.